Hey there, I'm CD from mbark, and I'm going to show you today how to use our platform to build a paywall screen. If you're looking for a more technical implementation guide, this is not the video for you. We'll leave a link down below for that. But if you're here to design a paywall screen, I got you covered. This is probably the easiest way to do it is to use one of our templates, which is on our Get Started screen. However, if you're feeling ambitious, or you're me and you build things from scratch, we'll go into how to do that. I've already got a few things set up in here, which is the background color is a nice light green. You could change the color, you can upload an image, whatever your heart desires. There's also a button already available here that's a close button. The action type is navigation exit to app, so if someone taps on this, paywall goes away. Now let's get on to the good stuff. So the good stuff that every good paywall needs is a purchase button. A purchase button that is a nice navy blue color to match the design. I'm just copying some values in that I got from my designer. I am not a designer. So we're going to stick to the blueprint. So Roboto is the color we're going to choose there. We've styled the button. Let's add an action on it to make the purchase happen. So you're going to pick purchase here. Once you've selected purchase, you'll need a product SKU. What is the product SKU? It is the product ID from the App Store. If you have access to App Store Connect, you can grab it here. If you don't have access, ask around in your organization, see who might have access, and have them give you the product ID. Awesome. So that will facilitate the purchase with Apple's in-app purchase flow. The next thing you're going to want to do is add a post-action step. And so what this means is someone's going to be presented with the option to purchase when they tap. And if it's a success, what do you want to do? And if it's a failure, what do you want to do? I'm going to keep things simple and do if it's a success or failure. So we're selecting always navigation, and we're going to exit to the app. So regardless, we're going to close out the screen. I hope you like the sound effects I've made. So one of the really cool things that we have at mbark is a dynamic price that we can pull in here. So I'm going to say join now for, and by clicking this button, we're going to add in a variable that's going to grab the price from the App Store. So you'll see when I demo in a second that it's pulling in the $7.99 price point. It's really cool too because you don't have to worry about updating this paywall every time you want to change the price. So this is my phone. This is Yacht Rock, our test app, where this is being published to. And I'm opening it up and check it out. There's the button we made. I'm going to pick Join Now for $7.99, and this is our purchase flow. So I'm going to set purchase. This is the sandbox environment, so if this flow looks a little unusual, it's just because it's a sandbox. All right, success. Yay, the purchase was a success. So now we're going to see some dialog windows that we've set up for debugging purposes, and then it's done, and then it dismisses, like we set up that post action is to close. I'm so proud of us. We've made it this far. So let's add a few more paywall specific items. Let's add in some cancel anytime text. One thing that can help increase the conversion on your paywall is to make it feel as low stakes as possible. It's so funny how people will spend $7.99 on a Starbucks coffee, but they're afraid to spend it on your app. So make it sound easy, like they're not going to get stuck using your app. Nice. Another item we want to add in is a restore button. If you're familiar with in-app purchase and people getting new devices or resetting their phone, you do need to provide the option for a restore flow. And I'm going to make this a text-only button. Very few users should need this, so we're going to make it less intrusive than the big old purchase button. We don't want to take eyes away from that. And we're going to change the content to restore. And for the action on this, I'm going to make this a little smaller, and I want to align it to the left. We're going to use a tieback for this button. And the tieback, called restore, is going to send a message to our Yacht Rock app to start the restore flow. This is something you'll work on with your engineer. So I'm going to publish changes. You don't necessarily have to look at it right away. I just like saving things as I do it because I lost too many things in the computer lab in college. The next item we're going to do is add some text about terms and conditions. This is a little special feature we have that your lawyer friends will be very excited about, which is a way for you to launch terms and conditions from your paywall. So you actually have it here of a terms of service link. You could also do privacy policy, depends on what those legal eagles think you need. So I'm going to do a terms link, delete the rest of this, and I'll align this to the right, publish the changes, and show you what happens in the app when we do that. So I need to close the app to show that. So you can actually see it's a little too big there, so we're just going to adjust that a little bit. We'll tap the restore button to show us what that looks like. That looks great. So this is why it's good to test out things as you're building them. So I actually think this is supposed to be rubato, so it's a message from the universe that I should have been using rubato. And the design gods are looking out for me. I'm going to refresh the app. There we go. That looks so much nicer. So this now turns into terms of use with a special integration that you'd work with your developer on. Got it. And then again, the restore button is there. Nice. So we can just leave this like this, right? People are going to want to buy it. Just kidding. Now we're going to get into some of the just non-paywall related items, but are very relevant to building a successful paywall. We're going to add an image in. Images will just help sell in your messaging and you know your brand the best. So it should be very flexible to use whatever assets that you have. If you have any questions, you can always hit us up on Discord about images that you think, or that we can help you pick images that we think will help convert. So let's do just a description, paywall unlocking with key. Great. Now as that loads, paywalls are a great place to experiment and try different text and images. So luckily it's pretty easy to make these changes, as you can see. I recommend running tests consistently just to see how people respond. You might want to run different tests on your button text, like maybe experiment with a free trial. But when we talk about this headline, make sure you're writing this in a style that is talking about the benefits of your app. Don't talk about features, talk about benefits. Like, how is this helping you? So let's say this is a wow, I don't even know what to make this. Let's say it's an app to unlock your locks. So this is saying like, never carry keys again. That's a huge benefit, rather than saying this unlocks locks, which is just kind of an unfortunate phrasing. But you're explaining the benefits, which is that you never have to carry keys, not that what it actually does. So let's add some more text and talk about some more benefits. So thanks for dealing with my crazy idea here. And maybe you want to steal it, so we're going to make this rubato. So never carry keys again. What is another benefit? More secure, plus easier to share access in an emergency. Not how do you do it in an emergency, but what are you really bringing to the table? And let's add one more thing. What would not having to carry keys mean? It would, and maybe something that you're worried about is that if the power goes off, works without power. That would be something I would worry about. Like, if the power goes out, am I going to lose access to my house? So not beautiful design. Let's maybe make this a little bigger. make that larger, and then apologize to our design team for making something that looks like this, but you can play around with it. So I'm going to reset the paywall. We're going to go from that to this beautiful paywall. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial walkthrough. We'll have more walkthroughs of different types of screen to make. This is one of the more complex ones, so if you were able to manage this, you're set up for success in so many different ways. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're enjoying using mbark. Thank you.